Hello, 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 kingdom people. I am your spiritual transformational life coach, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power. And that is the truth of who God has created us to be. And so, kingdom people, I have to first take the time out to just say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, kingdom people. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for the likes, for the subscribes, for the shares, for all of your emails and all of your comments. It is really a blessing. I thank you also for all of the financial contributions to my channel and all the seeds that you sow into me in my ministry. Kingdom people, thank you, thank you, thank you. And kingdom people, you already know, and if you don't know, now you know, I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. Okay, kingdom people, this word I have today is a little bit tricky. So just please be patient with me and do your best to get what I'm saying. And I'm going to do my best to articulate and express this, because this one is a little tricky for me as well. I get it, but trying to express it, communicate it, it's a little tricky. So I'm going to do my best, kingdom people. But it's deep and it's good. And this is what God gave me. He said their attempts to hurt you, to harm you, to pull you down, remove the possibility of it. Okay. Let me start here. You know how we say, what the devil meant for your bad, God work it out for your good. Yeah. That's true. You know how we also know that when our enemies come against us, or people try to hurt us or harm us or whatever, block us, stop us, God only elevates us. That's what he does. Those things really elevate us when we're in him and we're doing the work and we're allowing him to. I'm hearing when we die to our flesh. When we die to our flesh and walk in his spirit. And I'm getting that's how we're able to do that, because we don't respond in a fleshly manner. We respond in a way. It's a thing of where we're so connected to God, and or for some of us or some of you, when these things happen, it causes you to connect more with him. So in doing that, what he wants for you, or what he desires for to happen in whatever the situation is for you, is what happens, because you choose his way, you choose his will, and you allow him to arise in you when these not so nice things occur, when these attacks happen. So this is the way Holy Spirit gave it to me. He said this: when they come at you, and this is what he pointed out in particular, because, I've been experiencing this quite a bit. It's been pointed out to me, that people are trying to make me break my confidence. People want to attack me emotionally. In other words, try to make me feel a certain kind of way. And it was just really on my spirits like that. That's what narcissists do. They try to appeal to your emotions. They are emotionally manipulative. They're emotionally abusive. So, again, God was showing me how people are trying to make me be fearful, trying to intimidate me, and just little things where people will say certain things, and it's designed to make you feel small. Now, let me point this out. No, I don't feel small. I'm so beyond that and past that kind of a thing, yet I'm aware. And sometimes right away, it's not a thing where I know that that's exactly what it is. It's just be off. Like, because sometimes it comes across, it's coming from people that don't seem like they'll do that. And then they do. So it become a question for me of where it don't sit right in my spirit. And so I have to go to God and be like, what's up with that? And so he showed me. He revealed it to me. And so where this is the case, it's like the same thing over and over. And so, okay. In my life, over the years, I've experienced this. Now, what I can say as I go higher and higher in God, I honestly have to say I experience it more. And that's because when you're going higher, people are able to identify you're something on a higher level. And they're not all, I'm gonna put it like this. People tend to want to bring you down a notch so they can feel comfortable with you, or they just don't like the fact that whatever it is with you is what it is. And they may not always know that it is, but some people just feel like they have to do something or say something to make you feel, to bring you down, to make you feel a certain kind of way. And so, okay, now I said all that to say this. This is what was pointed out to me. And what God said is that when they do that, when people attack you, when they attempt to, basically bring you down, make you feel a certain kind of way. And again, people don't want you to be who God created you to be. You have to remember, people want you to either be where they are or beneath them. Now, these are people, for the most part, are not even trying to rise higher in God. So again, whether they know what the deal is with you personally or not, they identify and see something in you that's something on a higher level. That's something that's not the norm. I'll say that. And so they're not trying to, they just feel like you're something else. I'm going to say it like that. And so they do these things to try to break you. That's what I'm getting. Break you. Break you. And what God gave me about that is because you are one who walk in his spirit, you walk in his anointing, you are one who allows him to lead you, guide you, direct you, you are following him in your purpose and all those things. You're walking with him, hands down. That's it, that's all. You know what I'm saying? It's a done deal for you. Because that is how you are, that is why this is happening. And while what I'm getting ready to explain is happening as well. Stay with me, kingdom people. I'm going somewhere. I'm doing my best to articulate this where you can understand. So this is what God said. Every time they do something to come at you, to try to break you, bring you down, make you feel some kind of emotion or feelings, try to hurt you, make you feel fearful, inconfident, all those things, he said when they do that, what's happening is they actually remove the possibility for that to be so. Let me say that again. Let me say that in another way. When they come at you to attack you, so in other words, when someone is trying to make you feel inconfident, fearful, small, when they do something to make keyword is try, to make you feel that way, they remove the possibility for you to feel inconfident, fearful, small. In other words, you're not going to feel inconfident, fearful, small. So when they do that very thing to try to make you feel fearful, inconfident, small, or whatever else it may be, they are actually removing the possibility for you to feel that. That's part of why instead of feeling small, fearful, and inconfident, your confidence go up a notch. Your fearlessness go up a notch. And you was never feeling small anyway. But your big feeling, that greatness in you, that God in you, go up a notch. So when they come at you, they remove the possibility for you to go down, for you to go backwards. They remove the possibility. And this is the depiction that God gave me. He said, you know how in baseball you have a pitcher? Is that what it's called? Yeah, the pitcher that throw the ball for the batter to hit it. So the batter is right there to hit the ball. But when he misses, whether he swings or not, that, I think they're called the umpire, is right behind him like this. And when the batter either misses that ball or just don't swing, the umpire catches it. And God literally said the attacker is like that pitcher. The pitcher is the attacker. It's like the attacker. You're the batter. They're looking for you to swing. But whether you do or don't, and many a times, once we've grown past that, we ain't swinging back. But whether you swing or not, God said he's that, like that umpire, catching every blow they throw at you. Literally. So when he catch every throw they blow at you, he removing the possibility for you to go down, for you to feel inconfident, for you to feel fearful. He removed a possibility. And even if at one point in time you felt that you were, you had to work through those feelings, he was catching every blow they was throwing at you and still and leveling you up, helping you to rise into who he called you to be, who he created you to be, not who they're trying to make you be because of their own evil ways, because of their own insecurities, because of their own, I'm hearing, iniquities. So, also, got to share this part too, because God brought to my remembrance how when I was, going through certain things, I'll say it like that, and I would, like, when, life happens, things happen, and when certain things, at one point in time, I felt a certain kind of a way, and it had to make me sit and reflect and work through it. And notice I said work through it. I work through things to come out on the other side, not to go backwards, not to go down, I push through everything that I go through. So even at one point, if at one point in time something did hurt my feelings or something did, never felt small, never was inconfident, none of that. I never had that. I just would identify when people were trying to make me feel that way, and I was just more of one that leveled up higher than what I already was. But again, I was able to recognize when people were trying to do that to me, and sometimes because of who they were to me, I did feel a certain kind of way. Let me just point out, I don't have that anymore. And this is why, what God gave me, along with what I just explained. God brought to my attention how when I would go through these things, I would come to this inner resolve. And I would be like, I need to do something, because I can't keep going through this. And I can't keep feeling this way. And I can't keep stopping every time something happens in this way or manner and deal with it. This is what I would do with myself. Now, let me point this out. I did at one point in time, like I said, I had to work through some things. And then also, let me add this part. Those things that I had going on that needed to be worked through, those are the areas where your so-called enemies and attackers try to attack you at. That's why they study you and learn you, so they can know how you work, so they can know how to attack you and try to bring you down and belittle you and all that. So again, although me personally, I was never, not sure of myself and confident and all that, I had issues, some things that I had to work through. I had areas where I had to mature and grow. And So what happened was, an area of mine was emotional stability. At one point in time, I needed to be more emotionally stable and mentally stable. It don't mean I was off my rocker, even though I could have my moments. But life and experience and dealing with people that triggered me in those kind of ways and did things to attack me in those areas many a times on purpose, many a times not so much. However, I would identify these things and be able to see what was going on, and like I knew I needed to do something so those things would not have that kind of an effect on me anymore. And yes, it was a process. However, I was able to move through that process. And what I did was, like I said, I would have moments where I would be like, I can't go through this. I can't do this. I need to do something where these kind of things won't affect me anymore. And so what happened was I came to where, like I said, an inner resolve where I realized I needed to have emotional maturity, emotional independence, emotional security, emotional intelligence. So what I'm saying is I had to position myself and grow and transcend. I'm hearing even us into a place where no one could affect me emotionally. That doesn't mean I don't feel anything. What I'm saying is I don't feel anything for nonsense. No one can make me feel no kind of way. No one can make me feel small. Again, I can identify when that's what someone is doing. Because like I said, even when up front, I don't know that's what they're doing. Something about the interaction feel off to me. And I know that there was a negative intention in the interaction. And eventually it'll come to me. And when I say eventually, I ain't talking about it's a long time off. So I'm saying all that to say, along with God being the one that caused those things to not hit you, or like I said, when they come at you, they remove the possibility for the negative to actually take root, basically. And along with my inner resolve is and me making the decisions and coming to myself and like, okay, I need to do something about this. So in essence, I'm saying to you all, God is already removing the possibility for these attackers and these enemies to cause you any harm, to take you backwards or bring you down or make you feel. He's already removed the possibility. Now he's saying you have to come to yourself. You have to have that inner resolve. You have to make a decision, because you have to be at a place where you don't want to. And when I say go through things like that, you have to realize you need to up level. You need to mature, because we all have to grow up in some areas. We all have to mature in some areas, but you have to decide for yourself that you have to realize that you need to. And especially, I'm speaking especially of where it involves emotions and people trying to attack you. You have to have an inner resolve, because if every time somebody do this and come at you and say this, you all bent out of shape, that's no way to live. So again, the keys are emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, emotional security, and emotional independence. So when you have emotional intelligence, you know how to handle yourself. When you're emotionally mature, you, again, know how to handle yourself. And you're mature emotionally where those things don't affect you. When you're emotionally independent, you're not dependent on another to make you feel okay. It doesn't matter what they do or don't do. You are good because you're only dependent on yourself and you making yourself feel okay. And God, you and God. So if they say something to try to bring you down, your emotions and how you feel about you and your confidence is not dependent upon what they said and what they think and what they feel. Emotional security. You're secure in your own emotions. You're secure in where you're at, where you stand, the work you're doing with yourself. Of course, you and God, because you got to always have God in it. But that's the point. You're not dependent on another. So, again, you come into that inner resolve and you're doing that work to become emotionally secure, emotionally independent, emotionally intelligent, and emotionally mature is the key. And God is saying he already removed the possibility, because every time they throw a blow, he caught it. Now, the scripture he gave me for this as well is Joel 2:25. And it says, and I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm, and my great army which I sent among you. So God is saying he restoring everything that the enemy tried to take from you. Even if you had to go through some motions. He's saying that when you come to that resolve and you do what you need to do internally and spiritually, all those things, emotionally, that he's restoring. He's already caught all their attempts. But you now have to do the work so that he can restore everything. And I'm going to say that they stole from you, but they really didn't steal it. But it kept you, I don't even want to say it kept you from moving forward. It's just what you had to go through so you can level up. So when you take care of that, everything will be restored back to you. But you have to take care of that. Think about it like this. If you stay in that place, God can't restore all of what was taken from you. Well, he giving me this literally right now. Him restoring you is giving you the emotional intelligence, that emotional security, that emotional independence, that emotional maturity. That is your restoration. And everything else, well, you never lost it. But when you restore all those things within you, emotionally, I don't even know what else to say. I think I'm making sense here. Again, you're already catching every attack. Now you just have to do the inner work. You have to do the inner work. And that is why they are attacking you, because they recognize who you are, what you are. They want to bring you down a notch or 2 or 3. Because they not leveling up. They want to be on top of you. But they not leveling up. So they need to break you down. Of course, we know that's not happening because God is doing this. And again, that inner resolve and doing the work. And if you happen to need help with that, you can reach out to me at kingdomtrish@gmail.com, because that is some of the work that I do to help people to go through that process and to overcome that and improve in that area, to rise up, to level up. That's what I do as well. So, kingdom people, I'm going to let that rest right there. I don't want to go on and on and on and on. I did my best to convey this message. I pray that it makes sense and it blesses someone. So yeah. With that being said, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. I appreciate that very much. And if you are interested in any of the services that I offer, you can find all that information right down below in the description box. And yeah, if you are interested in commenting, you could go ahead, commenting on this video, you can go ahead and reach out to me at kingdomtrish@gmail.com as well, as my comments will be closed to keep the channel free of contamination. And yeah, I think that's it, kingdom people. Again, thank you all for being here with me. I really appreciate you being here. I love you all so very much. Much love, light, and peace. And many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, that's my time. And guess what? I really gotta go. She out. Peace.